The way the language is written, it feels like it was written in 1978. This diplomat, or this head of the US Intelligence Service, needs to leave German soil. That's the actual phrasing on it. Grave are some of the words that diplomats are using. It's difficult to underestimate how angry Germans are about the variety of espionage allegations. Yes, there was Edward Snowden, but more recently there was a 31-year-old potential double agent that was apprehended by German authorities about a week ago. He's under questioning. He apparently is talking. And then most recently, there's been another raid, a government raid, a police raid, on another potential spy spying for the U.S. You know, you'll know things have gotten really bad over here if, A, they expel the U.S. ambassador. You'll know things are almost irreparable if they give Edward Snowden asylum in Germany. That's something that a large section of the Social Democrats, certainly on the left side of the political spectrum here in Germany, that's something they call for. Asylum for Snowden outside of Russia and in Germany. When that happens, you'll know this relationship needs some serious tending to.
Hans, what's the feeling on the street? I mean, I lived in Berlin for years, and Americans were beloved until March of 2003 when Bush invaded Iraq, and then in an instant we were sort of unwelcome. What's the feeling on the streets now in Berlin?
There's some solid polling data that shows that Germans trust Americans and trust the U.S. government less and less. It's been a steady progression. It started with the Iraq War. Frankly, it started with the Vietnam War, then the Iraq War, and it's been going downhill since. You look at the recent polling on this, the U.S. government is not trusted. That goes for the U.S. government's intentions in Ukraine. That goes for U.S. government intentions for a potential free trade agreement. You know, this does have implications, what's happening here, this diplomatic rift. It's going to be very difficult for Merkel's government to consummate an U.S.-EU free trade agreement, given the amount of poison that's sort of in this sort of atmosphere between the two countries. You know, the diplomats have their work cut out for them. This is a serious rift, and it's going to take some time to heal.
Hans, part of the problem here is that the information flow is really going in one direction in favor of the Germans and against the Americans. Are we to believe that it's not really a two-way relationship here, that Germany doesn't conduct espionage activities?
What's the Bundesnachrichtendienst up to?
Against the United States, or for that matter, other allies?
Well, Matt's right. I mean, the Nachrichtendienst, which is the German NSA, they're building a massive new headquarters. They have, you know, they're trying to hoover up intelligence everywhere else. That's essentially the Obama response, is that, you know, all countries do this. That's why you have a security agency. That's why you have an intelligence operations, so you can learn things. What the Germans say is you don't do it to allies. And they profess, and the sort of the earnestness with which they sort of express their indignation leads me to believe that they really are shocked that Germans are being spied upon by the U.S. They really just, they don't understand it.